So I'm talking to Sarah, who's known as True, and as TRU.
TRU, and then like a little apostrophe next to you.
Where are you located? What's your background?
I'm in Western Sydney, and I'm in Western Sydney at the moment. I'm in my studio. You can kind of see it. Got lots of streamers up on the walls. I live in Seven Hills specifically, which is kind of like in between the Hills District, like Norwest, and then like Blacktown. So yeah, I love living here. Lots of diversity. I've always lived here. Can't imagine it any other way. So in between. I'm half Italian and I'm half Palestinian, so like a bit of a mix.
Can you describe your music for us?
I would say it's electro pop music. It's a little bit bittersweet, so like you can dance to it, but it's kind of sad at the same time. Like so many people are like, oh, you're always so happy. How is it that you're making such sad music? And I'm like, well, I don't know, mood. So yeah, but I don't know. I just make whatever I feel. It's not like I set out to be making music in that genre. I think I just do. So I just have to be true to that.
And over like the last 3-4 years, you've like released music and you've really created your own independent career as an independent musician. So how has New Age Noise shaped and supported your career?
Well, I don't think I'd be doing this without New Age Noise in any case. Basically, I began the workshops and I started learning all of Ableton with you and Dell, and I never used Ableton before that. So that like opened my eyes to a lot of different ways of making music. I always thought I had to be in a band, and I never like suited that. Like I just wanted to be doing my own thing, even though I love collaboration. I always wanted to be able to put my ideas down, and Ableton gave me the power to do that. And I remember playing my first gig, you and like all and Dell and at the time Julia really forced me into playing this gig like super early in my career. Like I'd only just come up with a name for myself, and it all kind of just came together within like a week or 2 weeks or something hectic, and I didn't even have enough songs for a live set. So I remember just like coming into ICE and sitting in the lab and like trying to make music every day, and so I had enough songs to fill the time. And then all these issues happened on stage, and Nicole, you were there like through the whole thing, helping me. Like you came on stage, you helped me with the laptop when it wasn't working, and like that kind of community is something that I always wanted, I never had. And I still have you guys now, and it's something that has helped me flourish like in my life, my artist life, and in my personal life too.
What issues have you had trying to release your music in 2020?
Well, my last single, Lose You, came out during isolation time. And this is something I had to think about. For example, like it was finished, it was ready to be out. Like I planned like around the ballpark time I wanted it to come out. And then all this kind of stuff happened, and I had to see if it was still worth it for me to put the song out. In the end, I obviously decided to put it out, and I thought, look, like I'm working from home, I miss all this commute time, I have more time to make music. Like I've been making a lot of music at the moment. So I thought, look, this is the best time for me to be putting something out, because I have the time to work on the campaign for Lose You. So I think in this time I've had a lot of time to reflect and time to make music and time to be creative. So it was the best time personally for me to put something out. But yeah, I had to definitely think about it and be like, is it worth it? Is it appropriate? Like there's a lot of questions that went through my mind. But I think now more than any time, we all need music, and we all need new music and new artists. So I think I came to the conclusion that I wanted to put something out, and if other artists put stuff out, I thought it was appropriate and that we needed it. We have more time now, to listen to music, and I know that I'm listening to more music. And I think Lose You has done super well, considering it's my first single, like, alone, and like I think it's done quite well with streams and things like this. So I must have made a good choice with the timing. I wasn't sure, but it seems to have done well. So yeah.
Congratulations on more 15K plus streams. That's a great achievement.
I know, I couldn't imagine it doing this well, honestly, especially since I put the whole campaign together by myself. I didn't imagine it doing this well, and I know that it's all my friends streaming it, and I love that. That's what I wanted. So I can't imagine any better result, honestly. I'm so happy. Thank you.
So we gave you a sneak peek of the New Age Noise compilation Constellations to listen to. Can you find 3 words to describe it for us?
Yes, I picked 3 words. I picked divergent, dazzling, and dizzy. I went with a nice little alliteration theme. I think I love the way that it flows together, almost like a constellation. So the title is super fitting. Even though it flows together, that all the tracks are still so divergent from each other, and also just setting new genre universally. Like, a lot of these tracks are experimental, or just like it just reflects the person. Like, if you know the person making it, which I do, so I'm a little bit biased, that's how I hear their minds working, and that for me is super special. That's just me being a bit quirky, but so that's how I meant divergent. And dizzy is kind of just some of the cool sounds that happen, and like when you've got your earphones on, you go into a different world almost listening to the sounds, and it kind of makes you dizzy and like lost in your own thoughts. And then dazzling, because the talent is dazzling. All the people involved, I respect them so much, and they're my community and my friends. So I find them so talented, and like, even though I know them and I know the music they make, it's still like shocking for me. Like, I was still like, wow. Even though I know them, and I know that you feel the same way too. So I loved it so much. Thank you for giving me the sneak peek into that. I loved it.
So you said you're listening to more music right now. Can you tell us who you're loving and who you want us to tag in this interview when we put it up?
Yes, I have to shout out Alyssa, who's also a member of New Age Noise. Alyssa makes music and she drops it on SoundCloud, and I love what she's been making, and I want to inspire her to maybe like talk about it more and put it on her social media and stuff, because I know she can be a bit shy, but I think what she makes is fabulous, and I listen to her stuff all the time. So hopefully you guys can listen to, if you can check it out. I also want to shout out Clarissa, of course, one of my really close friends who worked with me on Lose You as well. Her music's fantastic. I listen to it all the time. I go to all her gigs when they were on. Also, Alessandra, she's got a track on the Constellation. And she's amazing. I haven't heard her solo music as much as I should. She was in a band before, but she hasn't been releasing any of her own stuff, and I think she should. I think it's an amazing track. So yeah, I just shouted out all my friends. Classic.
Thanks for talking to us so much, Sarah.